Okay, so we're going to work through your RDL now, which is one of my favorite movements. I'm going to be doing it with a barbell, but you can use dumbbells as well. I'll give a little demonstration with dumbbells at the same time. This is quite a complicated movement and it does take a bit of time to get it right, so don't worry if you don't get it right away, you'll get it eventually. First thing I would say, this is quite a complicated movement and it does take a bit of time to get it right, so don't worry if you don't get it right away, you'll get it eventually. First thing I would say is standing feet hip distance apart, not as wide as the squat this time. You want to come a little bit more narrow than your squat, keeping a nice soft bend in the knees, and the knees almost don't move much throughout this movement. You want to be hinging from your hips most of the time, okay? So pulling your shoulders back and strong, holding through the core. Now the movement is going to come through the hips, like I said, so you bend slightly into the knees, but mainly pushing your hips back, keeping that weight really into the heels, holding your shoulders back, making sure that they don't fall down. Bring the weight till it's just underneath your knee, and then as you squeeze up, really squeeze up through the hamstrings, but making sure that you come and squeeze all the way into the body and don't hinge forward as you get to the top, okay? And you don't want to lock out through the knees at the top either. You want to keep your knees slightly bent all the time, holding your back really strong, pushing back down, hinging through the hips till you come just under the knees. Really squeeze through the back of the hamstrings to pull up and find that position at the top. You should feel a little bit of a shake through the hamstrings if you're doing it well. Squeezing up, and pulling all the way up, okay? For the dumbbells, you want to kind of hold them by your side, slightly in front, but not all the way in front. So slightly at the side of the leg, the exact same thing, pushing the hips back, hinging from the hips, slight bend in the legs, not much, squeezing all the way back up, keeping that nice soft bend through the knees to really squeeze through the glutes and the hammies as you do this one. If you're finding it difficult with weights, you can practice without weights. Keep your hands just behind your head and find that same movement and really practice your position and strengthen up through your hamstrings if needs be.